Hello everyone, I'm Shamik Sahu and I will be your host today for today's video. So let's start with some of the few topics which we'll be covering today, which are what are computers, the power of two digits, computers, the smartest yet the dumbest ones, interaction with the computers, the programming language which we use, we have a hype around for these days, and the scope in programming. Let's cover one on one with those topics, okay? So what are computers? The device which you're watching this video right now is a computer in itself. It can be a phone, it can be a tablet, it can be a laptop, it can be a desktop, it can be anything you want. But if it's able to render something, it's able to show you some output via internet or even some graphical images. That is when you have a computer. It is your partner in life, which when you're sad, when you're happy, when you're angry, when you are very much frustrated and everything, a computer is going to be there always for you. So, the computer is actually fascinating. It works very well. But what's the main principle? What's the main core principle which it's working on? Well, the fun fact is there are only two digits for it. That's the 0 and the 1. Throughout the technical history, we have seen that 0 and 1 are one of the two most powerful digits. You can convert it to any meaning you want, you can convert it into any value you want, and then you have such a big digit of numbers you can't even imagine. We, for the computer language, came up with this and termed it as binary. Well, everyone has heard of the things, right? Alphabets of from A to Z, the 26 alphabets and all the characters. Binary code, just by representing it in 0 and 1, you can show in a character, as you can see the table. You don't have to go through specifics, but you can see that every character is able to have a binary code. The computer understands this and works perfectly fine with our inputs and everything. So, computers are good, right? They are able to translate everything, they are able to catch up the binaries and all, but yet unfortunately they are the dumbest ones. How so? We can say a stupid computer needs a user input. Whatever a computer wants, a device, whatever the device wants, we always have to give an input to it. Somehow or the other, the input needs to be given by the user so that the computer knows what to do. Until unless you don't say them anything, they're just a dumb piece of tech. So interacting with computers is a big challenge because we are using keyboard and mouse usually in the usual sense, but when it comes to a deeper understanding level of how to interact with the computer, there are certain programming languages. We call them the programming languages because whatever applications, whatever software you're using, there was someone who actually wrote it, someone who actually imagined, okay, so there might be a user, it needs to get something done, so let me write something for it, let me make their work easier to do. That's how programming languages are invented, and they are being used across the worldwide just to get an understanding and also to help other people get their work done faster. So the programming languages and the programming world can be mainly divided into four major sectors. These four sectors are: the first are application development. So whatever application you're using, let's say YouTube, let's say mobile apps or Google, or you even play games, these are application development scopes. So what happens is, whenever an application is being made, it is divided into two parts. It's either a website, a web application, or mobile site, mobile apps, okay? So that is covered by application development. One more is, let's say we are connected to the internet. Well, there needs to be something, right, that helps us communicate with the rest of the world, that helps us getting a small thing, a phone in your hand, to connect to the whole world. That's where DevOps or networking comes in. This is another major field where you have to understand how the communication works between all the other devices across the internet. Then the third one is cloud computing. Well, that's a hyped up word, right? Cloud computing. What cloud computing is, you are using someone else's computer. I kid you not, you're using someone else's computer and you're paying for it. You're temporarily taking the space and everything, and after a set of usage, after some hours of usage, you pay them out. That's how cloud computing works. And the last, and the one which is totally booming the markets right now, is data science. AI, machine learning, and all the other advanced concepts, all the sci-fi terms which you see in the movies are actually being studied in data science itself. Well, these were the main building blocks. Whenever you want to get into programming language world, you need to go through 4 of these options, pick one, and then explore more. That's how it goes for all the 4 domains. So, what's the future scope of that information technology? The opportunities are vast enough to get an idea of how to work on it. You can create applications as you want to go on further. You can help solve many difficult problems. You can even help to get an idea of how things are done, or can create another ChatGPT if you want. Actually, that can be helpful. So with that, I am concluding. Thank you very much for this video. See you in the next one.